close. Okay, everyone, thank you for coming to weekend event, Symbiosis 5. And today, to kick us off, we have Beatriz, who is a mentee in Heather Health's group. So Beatriz, take it away.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Everything. The first thing I want to say is thank you, Dorothy, for your presentation before, and I want to say that I'm very happy and very honored to be here, and to this opportunity you gave to us, because I think it's not only how we grow as an artist, is how we grow as person, the friends we made, the connections, and the happiness we have during all this year. So thank you so much. Okay, before starting with my presentation, I don't know, it's not going. That's always happened, right? We make the test and the slides move, and now they are not moving.
It always happens, don't worry.
I don't know why. Okay, I'm trying. They are not moving now, I promise. Maybe I stop share and try again?
Yes, please do.
Okay. I think something's happened. Oh,
Let's
yes.
go.
Okay, so before explaining my free projects during all this year, I would like to share something about me and about my calligraphy journey, just to give you an idea about how I am and why I do all these works. So about me, I was born and raised in Spain. My father was an artist, and also he never made an exhibition. He found an advertising company. So the time I work with him, I love to see the work of his art directors. One of them, my favorite, is my brother. So as you know, I spent most part of my life with sketchings and drawings, and I really love, since I was a child, drawing and painting. I would like to share only 1 minute to share some of the works of my father in their latest days. He passed away 4 years ago. Okay, Heather told me to do this at the end, but I was very brave. So just to give him a tribute, just for him. Okay, so this is to you, Dad. Okay, I'm going to breathe. This is some of his latest work. These are my kids, my nephew, and these are some of his work during when he came to visit me in Florida in my Centangle classes. So I just wanted to give him this little exhibition for him. So thank you. As you know, and you can think that I have this gene in my family, but I really never feel myself as an artist. I love drawing since I was a child, but I can't even now remember when I was back in the school and I made some drawings. My teacher always, when she made the score, she told me, "Okay, V, you make a great work. Tell your father I love the face of the deer, the body of the animal," because when I struggle, she always helped me. But I never give up. The only thing is that when I realized that I can live as an artist, I I make my bachelor in business administration. I started working as an auditor and financial director, and then I teach in some schools in Spain. That's part of my life. I really enjoy a lot because you never know how much creativity and things you can learn from kids. So I was so happy with that years. I was married in 2003 with an incredible man who encouraged me all the time, and who is my technical advisor and director. As you can see in the picture, I am a mother of five incredible kids, from 19 to 4-year old Samuel. If my little one was here, he probably told you, "Mommy, I'm almost 5," because his year is next week. So, and I'm living in here in the United States since 2016. So, as I told you, I really love arts and crafts since I was little. And for me, the most amazing thing is how you feel when you make things with your hands. So even I back in Spain, I take some classes with Ana Cole of the Letras. She was my first teacher. She taught me uncial because I want to make birthday cards for my kids, and I want to write beautiful names. So I take some classes, I go with my kids, and I really fell in love of calligraphy since the very first moment because of the how you feel when you write, the rhythm, the feeling of the pen holder, and the peaceful you feel. So I think I never stopped since that moment. But is until I came here to the United States when I decided that and you can, as you can imagine, here with 5 kids and with my family very far from me, was very difficult to try to work out of my house. So I start taking the time that I have when the kids are in the school to learn calligraphy. I have an amazing teachers, and Elsel show me how to see the world like ovals, and that's one of the best things that's happened to me. Nina Tran, which is also a friend, Eleanor Winter taught me Italic, and she showed me this script in a different way. David Grains makes me understand that you can learn the letters with the strokes. You even didn't need to see the letter A, because if you know the strokes at the end, there's going to be an A or a B or a C, and that's amazing because that makes you feel less afraid. I can mention a lot of other teachers. I want to give a special mention to my dear mentor Heather Hell. For me, it's my support, it's my inspiration, it's my friend. It's, oh my God, I'm here today because of her. So so thank you so much, Heather. I continue my studies with Centangel in 2017 with Rick and Maria Thomas. And in 2018, I decided, okay, I'm trying to do this more professional. And I found my little company, Vea Calligraphy, because one of the things that I love of this work is when you gave something you make for another person with all your love, or someone asks you to make something for a person he loves, when you see those faces, those smiles, I think it's all I need to be happy. So I think I finally found my path. So I'm so grateful for this. Um, and I have another certificate during the years in French run and engrossed script with Grimes. Um, and now I'm in the Symbiosis 5 mentorship program. I really can't believe this year fly. This was an amazing year of knowledge, of growing. Thank you so much, Dorothy, for inviting me. It was I think I never forget this year in my life. And just to explain you my next step, or how I because maybe you think, oh my God, with 5 kids, the house, everything, how you manage all these things. When you really love something, you have the time. And I always think, to me, even you can write only 5 minutes, it's enough, because there are 5 minutes, and instead of nothing, you have 5 minutes. So that's something that make me appreciate even my 5 minutes, my 10 minutes, because that's make me happy. I would like to. I start my calligraphy journey with pointed pen scripts. But then I discovered the broad edge, and I was fascinating. So I try every year to learn new things. I always take all the classes I can with Heather. For me, it's very difficult not to be in one of her classes. It's like, oh my God, I can't. And now I would like to study more about gilding. That's why these are my next steps. So we will see. Okay, I have here, I put some of my works, just to give you another reference of my work. And now I think I'm ready to show you my 3 projects during this year. The this first one, project Into the Forest, for me is like an enchanted reference of the forest in which I lived last year when I came to Virginia. I live in the United States since 2016, but I live in Florida, which is beautiful, but it's totally different than here in Virginia. And I was totally, I can't believe how beautiful the forest could be. I always think that the deers and the foxes and all these animals are only in the storybooks. So when I run in the mornings to the riverbend park and I saw them, it's like, oh, they are real. So I can't believe it. I was so happy running. So for me, this is like a reference to these moments of happiness I have. The tree is a cherry blossom, because here in Virginia, and there are amazing cherry blossoms. There are amazing trees in general, but the cherry blossoms, oh my God, they are so beautiful. And my neighbor have a lot of them, so it's like I saw them every morning. I have to paint one of them. And I make the tree the center, because the trees in the forest, for me, is like they grow here in Virginia like majestically towards the sky. They are so tall, they are incredible, and they are all over all the life in the forest. So that's why I decided to put in the center. I write the poem in italic hand calligraphy, because for me it's very enchanted. It's one of the script I learned from Heather, and I'm totally in love with this script. And to give you more details about that work, my goals here, because I'm a calligrapher, but I really love painting. And I think that for me, it's the most challenging thing, trying to paint animals as I have in my mind. So study the anatomy of the animals, study the colors, how to paint their furs, how to make them enchanted but real animals. That's make me work so hard. But I really feel that this is the way I see the forest. So I am so happy because I think I paint all the animals I saw. um, and in the poem I try to express in my own words how I feel the spring. Um, so I'm going to read it, I think, in the next slides. I use a lot of materials for all the works, but just like my recommendation, when I have to write a calligraphy and incorporate some paintings, I love to use hot press paper because they give you a smooth the you need for the calligraphy work, but you can paint and you can use watercolors in a beautiful way too. So because I told you this because sometimes the paper can be very frustrating on you when you try to do something. So that's something I learned from the years. I use Instacol for my gilding, and for the colors, there's a lot of colors outside, but the ones I really love for trying to make the furs of the animals needs to be very hard. And I used Faber-Castell and Irohiten colors that works really good for me. My inspiration in this piece is these are the pictures of the house I lived last year. This is the deers I saw through my window, and this is the magnolia tree. This is my husband. This is a magnolia tree, and you can see in the back there are a lot of cherry blossoms. These are the cherry blossoms of my neighbor. I think they have like 20, or I don't know. And the first picture is the tree I saw every morning when I run in the park. And you can believe it, but in spring there are like I don't know, 10 squirrels. I saw like if they were in a reunion. The first time I saw that, I think like, oh my God, this is real. They are all of them. That's something I really love to see, all these things when I run. And I am so excited to see the forest again. And until 8 years in the south, you can imagine how I miss the seasons, the forest, the cold. So that's why I think this needs to be my first project, how I feel now. And this is how I feel about the forest. And my talents here was to draw all the animals as real as enchanted, and put into practice all I have learned years ago with my mentor Heather about how to paint them using the dry technique, mixing with color pencils, with wash. So something that take me a lot of practice. But I'm really happy finally with how it works. So thank you, Heather. Again, I'm going to say you thank you all the presentation. um, these are some of the details. I start. Um, Something I want to tell is that when I have to do a piece, this is a big piece. I always start with the calligraphy because for me it's like my safe place. And then I start working on the other things, the animals, the flowers, the tree, because when the feeling when you start a piece and you do the first thing and you like it, you can grow from here. And even if you don't like very much the how I paint this animal or wherever, in all together may make sense for me. So these are some of the pieces I start doing. And the poem, it's like how I feel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read because I'm in the middle of the screen. So okay, I think I can. The spring arrives. It says, the poem says, the springs arrived, the birds came back to chirp, the squirrels to run around, the cherry blossoms to bloom, and the leaves to sprout everywhere. The spring arrives, the long walks come back, the hugs to the sun return, and the warmth of the afternoon let the forest breathe once again. The spring is here, finally here. So it's this is how I feel the spring and the forest, and I really enjoy doing this piece. This is I put this slides just to give you the idea about how I work, because I don't have too much time to make a lot of research, trying to find different resources. My life is so full, so I try to take the time I have every day to work in something. So I start always with a sketch in a white paper, and this is the first sketch of this piece, and then I grow from there. As I told you before, I start with the calligraphy, then the animals, and then little by little I grow in the piece until the end. So I am so happy my colleagues in this group, Gail and Kun, helped me a lot when I struggle and I don't know how I'm doing now or if this is okay or not. So thank you, because I am really happy with this work. For me, it's very special. I don't know if I'm going so quickly or not. So I think I'm good because I don't know. I don't have my time with me.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, thank you. This is my second project. This is another big one. I don't know why I decided to work in big pieces, but this is how it ends. For me, this piece is I try to represent all the seasons in a circle, um, trying to emulate the circle of life, and how through the different times of the year, life flows and we grow, and we go from one season to the other. Um, for me, it's like being in Florida 8 years with always summer, have the feeling of see how the time pass and how things change, makes me so alive. So for me, it's like you saw that some flowers come and other flowers go. The trees shed their leaves, animals retreat from the winter, they went to the sun. And just like the forest, we adapt from one season to the other. So for me, it's like the circles represents that lives go and you go with it. I my goals in this piece was one of my big challenge, the famous color wheel, trying to incorporate the colors of each season. And after thinking and different options, I decided to try to make this with the flowers. So I put in each seasons flowers of each season, trying to represent the colors of the winter, the summer, the orange of the autumn. I study illuminated manuscript with Heather, such as the Book of Love, of the Book of Hours. But I really love more the way of William Kilburn, because he used like real flowers, not just ornamental. So and I like to see real things in my pictures. So I study the different flowers I of each season, and I draw and paint them, trying to make this live. And then I apply gilding technique in the circle, because it's like it's need to shine. And I decided to, at the end, at the very end of this piece, to make the names of the seasons in gold too, because for me this is this is the reason of this project, the seasons. So I want all of them to shine in the same way, and all of them shine in a circle of gold, because that's life. So and I decided here to work with two different scripts, italic script in the author in the circle, and then I use Spencerian in the center poem. For this piece, I use hot press again, because of the writing and the painting. And I use watercolors, color pencils, and for the animals, I try to incorporate new animals and of each season. That's why you see an owl in the fall. You see some butterflies coming out of the winter, the bee or the birds in the spring. Um, so my inspiration here was I really love all the works I saw in different different structures, like a circle. And when I buy the book of Tony Watt's Contemporary Illumination, I really fell in love with her pieces. So that book and The Beauty of Letters, for me, was the two amazing books you need to have in your library. There's a lot of inspiration. There are these are incredible works. And my other inspiration was my love for the season, because I miss them a lot. um, and I love to see how the time passed through the colors. A week ago, if you show through my window, you see a lot of red, orange, incredible trees, and now it's like winter. They lost all their leaves, and then in the spring they're going to come again. It's like everything changed. So that's the way I feel this project. My challenge here was the use of the color wheel for the different colors of the flowers, study and incorporate new animals, and of course use the gilding to create the letters. And to give you a reference, when I start working in this project, we need to move from the house in which we live. So it was like a chaos thing, because I have to work with this, with a moving with the kids. So at some point of this project, I decided, okay, B, you don't have time to make a sketch and then do the final work. You need to go and start working and trying to do as much as you can, but in a final piece, because you don't have more options here. So this is how it works. I grow from the very first one to the latest one. I start with the goal, then with the letters, as I told you, is my safe place. And then I start growing the flowers and the colors. I'm finishing with the animals and the goal in the names of the season. So I think that all of us came from different points. Some people research a lot, the other people research less. But I think the most important part when you want to do something is to be you, to do wherever feels you happy. No matter if you need to do a lot of work or not, just take a paper and write or paint or do something by yourself. Don't be afraid, because you never know where it's going to end. And I promise you, at the beginning of this piece, I was so scared, because it's like, why I'm doing this in a circle with gold, with different scripts, with animals. Oh my God, I'm crazy. But now I think I'm really happy, because I'm crazy, yes, but when you trust on you, and that's something that Heather teach me all days, and to all of her mentees, trust on the process and trust on you. And this is very important, really very important. So this is my second project, how it ends. I wrote the poem because uh, I think I need to represent, not only with the painting and the calligraphy, but with the poem, how I feel. Um, so in this case, I don't know, I think I have time to read it. But I talk, or I write about the seasons. Seasons come every year, giving us feelings, moments, seconds to remember. Every season, you can see how wonderful life can be, from the cold winter to the shining summer. And in between, flowers grew and changed in seconds. Birds sing, leaves switch colors, and time pass. Like seasons, we change, friends come and go, kids become adults, and our dreams grow because we grow. That's part of the beauty of life. You never know what is happening next. The only thing you need to know is that life is a journey, so enjoy it. And I really think this is how we need to feel. Life is a treasure, and we need to enjoy it, and to breathe, and to continue growing, and trying to smile even in the difficult times. So this is my second project, and now um, my third one is I can't believe I'm the third one, Kun. Oh my God. uh, um, this is very special for me too, because as I told you, this is a piece I call the piece Grateful. This is inspired by Heather, my mentor, since the beginning of my calligraphy journey in the United States, because her constant guidance and inspirations have been invaluable to me. I hope I pronounced this correctly. Um, you are amazing for me, Heather. The things you make me, how you inspire me, how you cheering me, how you how you be always by my side, that's make me grow, and feel that I am not alone. So I have a friend in Canada. Now I have more friends, but at the beginning was you. and and this is also a tribute to all the teachers who dedicate their lives to helping others pursue and achieve their dreams. Because I think what's all the teacher here in this program, and in all the teachers I have, or my kids have in the school, or this is an incredible work. These are amazing people who trying to give us the best, to make us best than they are. So this is just a, a piece inspired for all of them, with my dear Heather in the middle, of course. And she knows that until I decided to use that eight, I think I draw thousands of eights. So, oh my God. You see this final piece and you see this seems, oh, it's easy. No, it's not easy. I can show you the amount of pieces I have. I don't like this, I don't like that. I have to start again. But finally things happen. So for this piece, I studied the use of the color in the dark paper, and something very amazing to me is how you can make it as vibrant as if you work in a white paper. I study historic sources like the Black Hours manuscript to see how they make this glowing thin around the black paper. I learned the grisaille underpainting technique, and how to paint the top glazes with Heather. And it's amazing when you discover how to do this flower, like it's pop up from the paper. It's like a new world. I love working in this kind of papers in that moment. And then another goal for me is trying to combine the white and the black paper and make both compete in the same way. For this piece, I use hot press for the black paper, but for the outside, at the beginning, I think I'm not going to write. So I only want to put the flower. So I use cold press paper, and then I decided, okay, I need to add something more. So I use the cold press paper that make me crazy, but I did it. And I work with the pointed pen and the broad edge pens for the calligraphy. In this piece, I use for the outside lettering, the round and the I forgot the name of the script, the round hand script. And I decided, I need that this piece you can see in a distance, so I make it with bigger, in a bigger size. That was so tricky for me in that paper, but I'm really happy how it worked at the end. Um, and this this piece is inspired by my mentor, Heather. Um, as I told you, it's also a tribute to all the teachers. And I take the idea of mixing the white and the black paper from my Centangle journey when I start using black and white. And I really love the way it turns when you put both together. So I using one of my big challenges was the black paper, because it's a cotton paper, so it's have a lot of fibers. So writing on this paper was really difficult too. But I really love when you work with cotton paper, the results are beautiful. So and this is I don't have too much progress of this, but this is how I start. I take the black tile. I start making, you can see this 8. This is one of the one I don't like it. I start playing with the flowers. Then I write the poem for Heather. And when I finish the black tile, I decided, okay, I need the white paper, and I try to make the flowers compete, but with the same colors, because I don't want too much distraction with the flowers. For me, the important part was here is the calligraphy and the message in this work. But really was I struggled a lot trying to make both colors of the flower similar. In the black one, I use regular watercolors. I mean, not metallic, but some points of metallics, but a very little. And in the white, I need to use the metallic to pop up the color and to compete with the black, because when you put black with white, it's more difficult to make the white like stand up. So that's my third project. Oh my God. I just and I want to now use this moment to give you some advices that works for me. That is not to do not be afraid of making mistakes, because you will learn from more from your mistake than from your success. I can tell you that in these pieces I made some some mistake. For example, in the last one, when I put the black um, paper in the white, at the beginning I pasted in the wrong way. So I think, oh my God, what I'm thinking about, what I'm going to do now. So I have to and paste. I don't know if you say and paste, and do it in the correct way. That's one of my mistakes. And then in the circle, in the big circle, when I start writing, and as I know this is my final piece, I don't have time to do it again. I don't know why, but some ink one of the day was in the paper and not in my pen. So at the beginning, I say, I panic and I say, okay, you need to repair this, because you can be able to do this again. So, and now I repair all these things. I apply the gilding again. I take care of the paper, and at the end, I never let you know what is that thing in my work, but for me, is the part of this work that make me more proud of me, because I don't give up. I say, okay, you have to continue. So this is my advice to you. Do not panic if something's go wrong. Try to leave it for a day. I know it's difficult. Be apart from it, because the next day you will see it in a different way. And maybe this will be the part of your work that makes you prouder of you. It's going to be your little secret. And then something I learned from my Centangle times is one stroke at a time. You don't not trust the process, as Heather told me, always trust on you, because you are an artist. E- Each of us have an artist inside. So just trust on you. And you can do more things than you realize. Just give you the space to learn and practice, even if it's also, as I told you, 5 minutes. Enjoy that 5 minutes, and enjoy the process. And just to end my presentation, I want to say thank you again to Dorothy, because you make our dreams come true. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Um, Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Kun. And thank you, Heather, of course, because this was an amazing journey of happiness together. And that's the end.
Yay! Bravo! Yay! Awesome! Very good. Awesome. Okay, B, there is a question for you. The question is, did you use a book to study the anatomy of the animals? Your animals are friendly and beautiful, are so friendly and beautiful.
Okay, my secret book is Heather. Uh, and I use she introduced me to the Beatrix Potter world. So that's one of my main resources in trying to see and to capture the animals in that way. And then I used to one Marjolaine Bastin. I love her work too, because she made the birds and all the animals with more detail. So I learned from her these details, and for Beatrix Potter, how they make all enchanted and in these light colors that I love.
Okay, Heather has just put the names in the chat. Marjolaine Bastin and Beatrix Potter. Yes, that's great. Does anyone have questions for B? B, maybe you can stop sharing so we can see.
Okay.
I will unpin you. Remove spotlight. Any questions? Any other questions or comments? I know there's a lot of comments on the chat, so B, I will send the chat to you so you can see all the love that people are sharing. Yeah. Heather, would you like to comment?
You bet.
Yeah.
It was B is absolutely amazing, and like she just sort of glossed over the fact that she's a mom of 5 and that she moved house during all of this, and I think she took a trip to Spain as well. And with 5 kids, there are times of illness, there's times of celebrations for all of those children, and it was an incredibly busy year for her. But she showed up and she worked so hard, and the smile that she has, she came with these huge projects with a smile at every single meeting, and it was just an absolute delight. And I'm so glad you're going to send her that chat, because there was all kinds of love going through in that chat and cheering you on, B, for your process. But let me tell you, B, you made this easy. You made it easy to be a mentor and part of the process, and you bonded this community so well with everything that you brought and gave. Like, I'm gonna cry, but it was an honor. It's always an honor to work with you, and I don't know if the people that are sort of listening to this recording, or however they're going to process this information, but some of the key things she said was like, if she's got 5 minutes, and she might literally have only 5 minutes, she's going to work through that 5 minutes and find the joy in the process. When she goes out for her run, she's not just running, she's experiencing the nature and the beauty that's around her. Like, there was so much that you packed into your lecture that we'll take as a takeaway. So
Yeah.
you say thank you to me, but I say thank you to you. And I know that Kuhn and Gail feel the same way. So thank you, B.
Yay. Thank you, Heather. Does Kuhn or Gail want to add to that? Go ahead.
I would like to say that it's just been so special working with Bea. She's not only done such fabulous work for herself, but she's been so supportive to Kuhn and I. And yeah, no, it's just been an absolute joy. I think we've all learned from each other, as well as learning our own things. So yeah, you did great. You're an impossible act to follow as well. So well done, you.
Yay.
Yeah, you are superwoman. Can do like
Ah,
everything under control.
Yeah.
no, don't you think I have all under control?
And I gonna keep your advice, like the Centangle, the crescent moon or everything is very interesting for me to further study on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to know, B, have you always been so studious? That means every time you want to do something, you would dive into study first. Is this always been your process?
Yes, because when I decided to do something, I need to know how to do things, not just to be beautiful. I need to understand. So I need to study before to understand. Even, for example, with my calligraphy, when I start writing at the beginning, for me was okay, beautiful letters, but I really don't understand how to make the letters. So I need to study to see the strokes, to understand in my mind, and then I am able to create things, and I'm happy because I really have in mind. So yes, I always need to study.
Very cool. Randall, you raised your hand. You're muted. I think, Randall, you're muted. I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Okay, meanwhile, there is a question. What relationship do you have with your pen? Can you share some insight on how it feels to hold it and let ink and color drop so beautifully into your technique? Wow.
uh, Hi, Miriam. Okay, the secret of my pen holders is I think I don't have a secret. I have a little secret I'm going to share with all of you. When I write, I always use this. I'm going to show you this globe, and I finally found one with 3 fingers because when I write, I try to think that um, um, thank you, Chris, for this. uh, I try to take the pen and feel not the pen in my hand, but more the fingers in my paper. So for me, my captain finger, the one who is in charge of the movement of my hand, is this finger instead of these two. So I don't know if you can see, but when I write, I put this finger, and this is the one that slide in the paper and makes me feel that I'm dancing with the ink and with the pen. This is my little secret. Um, and then I like these pen holders. These are from Kiss and Heather because these are very thin and I have a small hand. So I like to have something that not too heavy to let me move as I told you. So that's my secret.
Nice. I love how you said dancing with the ink. Beautiful. Okay, Randall, are you? Yeah, sorry. Yes. Randall, are you?
Yeah, I just want to
Okay.
say it's really interesting looking at your background in economics and all of us have different approaches, but you have both brains, right? You have the left brain and the right brain approach. So you're a researcher, which is we could all tell from your presentation, and you're good at making presentations because you're a teacher. But also you have this beautiful hand, and that circular piece, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful piece.
Oh,
Congratulations. And
Thank you.
yeah, you couldn't have had a better mentor, and I don't think you could have made a better tribute to Heather than with your black and white piece. Congratulations.
thank you.
Thank you, Randall.
Amazing. Such a good analysis, really, of your strengths. So I think I heard you saying earlier that you wonder if you were an artist. Okay, I want everybody in the room to tell her, is she an artist?
Most definitely.
Let there be no doubt. Oh my goodness. Right, Heather? She's an artist. Yes, everyone is saying yes.
Absolutely. And Rachel hit the nail on the head. Not only is she an artist, she's also a teacher. There's just this instructive thing that flows out of B, and that background with Zentangle. She has a lot to offer. She really does.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
B, are you actually, do you actually teach? You do? B, I mean,
I teach Zentangle back in Florida, in person before COVID and everything, for kids and for adults. And then I teach calligraphy online. But I really love, the things that I like with teach is to encourage the people to do the things, to try, to not be afraid. Because for me, it's the key to everything. You can do wherever you want. Just give you the time and be brave, because all of are scared. So that's what I like.
yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, everyone look out
And
for
I want to
B.
say,
Yeah. Go ahead.
no, I want to say something. When you make at the beginning, for example, with Zentangle, or when you teach anything, people is like, I can't do that. I can't. B, you can, but I can. And when they realize that they can, because when you make things one step at a time, you are able to do more things that you have in mind. The smiles of these people, I don't have words. I think it's the most beautiful thing you can see when you teach to anyone.
Yeah. So thank you for saying that.
Can
So
I just add something?
Yeah,
Can
go
I just
ahead.
Before this presentation, you were sharing that seeing your own works on the exhibition website, it feels different from, these are your works, but it feels like you're seeing them for the first time, that you actually made them. That's exactly what you just told us about how you share that with your students. Yeah, exactly. Like how seeing your works for the first time and seeing what you achieved on the website, that's very much what you share with your students. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yeah.
That's great. I was
Thanks
going
to
to
you.
say everybody look out for B's classes, and then please sign up, because she's a very good teacher. I mean, look at the amount of research that you do, I can trust all the things that you say, because you are founded on study, you're founded on principles, so I really, really appreciate that about you, and the joy that you have in creation. In the making process, it is so obvious, and the love that you have for colors. I'm just so thankful that you are part of this program. I'm just very, very pleased that you have, shared with now the world knows, you've shared with them your pieces, and I'm just so thrilled that they have met you. So congrats, B. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You did it.
Yay, you did it.
We
Yeah.
did it.
We
Yeah.
okay.
May I
So
say something?
yes, please.
But in Spanish, sorry.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Solamente para felicitarte, Beatriz, creo que es un trabajo increíble el que has hecho, de una exquisitez y meticulosidad asombrosa realmente. Creo que es muy inspirador para otras personas, y yo sin duda tomaría clases contigo, sin duda.
Además, hablamos el mismo idioma.
Por supuesto. Muchas
Muchas
gracias, muy
gracias,
lindo tu
Juan.
trabajo.
Muchas gracias, Juan. Significa mucho para mí.
Wow,
Because
wow.
it's mean a lot to me, your words. Because all of you are artists. So So thank you. Gracias,
Oh.
Juan.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just love that we have so many different languages, you know. I mean, this is one of the amazing things. Look at this group, you know, with Heather in Canada, Kun in Thailand, Gail in the UK, and B, you know, with Spain in your blood, and then America, Florida, and then now, you know, your new home. So there's just so much cross-cultural pollination. I just love it. So yes, thank you everyone for joining us for B's presentation. So we're going to end the session here. I'm going to stop the recording.